D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I just finished Gotham Knights episode 8. Sorry I'm late on this. The last couple of days I've got doctor's appointments with my kiddos, and it's the end of the year, so like they're doing their end of the year school stuff and everything. I got some other stuff to do with my son today. But this happened yesterday, so by the time you're watching this, so I'm late to the party, but you know what? It doesn't even matter because the party wasn't that great. This episode was probably better than the last couple that we've watched, in my opinion. But at the same time, I just go, there was not that much of substance. And they've got this like underlying nonsense going on. They're trying to do, identity politics and stuff inside the show, and which normally I'm okay with it. But since this is the writers / people of Batwoman, I just go, oh, it's a big load of nonsense, you know? Other than that, I mean, again, I still have the same problems with this show. The writing is not the writing is not exactly the best, and the acting is not the best. Now, Duella, the girl that plays Duella, she gets a bigger role in this episode, which I was like, kudos on them. But some of the other actors are just really, really bad. The brother and sister team are just every time they open their mouths, I just go, can you guys please? And the kid that plays Turner, I'm sorry, I don't like him as an actor either. The blonde girl, she does a pretty good job. And then Duella, she's, I think, but within the kid group, I think Misha Collins does a good job, except this episode, he was like practically barely in it. But like I said, the girl, I don't know the name of the girl that plays Duella, but she probably does the best job, in my opinion, out of the Gotham Knights crew. And then the Carrie Kelly girl, she's fine also. Just, again, she's not in it that much either. Like the whole show overall, she's out of the group, the Blondie and her are probably in it the least, you know? All right, let me get to this breakdown because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I always say that, and I really don't, because there's, like I said before, there's really nothing of substance in this episode, in my opinion. But before I get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we keep getting shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right, now they've got that out of the way, let's hurry through this episode, because like I said before, it's not that great. So start off these two thugs, and they're open up a trunk, and then they get like pulled off, like, oh, and then the Knights come in, and they're like, oh, we found a bunch of guns, yay. And so they're like, they leave a bunch of courtesy of the GEEK, Gotham Knights, and guns in trunk, crack is whack and everything. And she's like, so they know it was us, guys. We need to take credit for our work. It's like, where is he? And she's like, he'll show up, and he shows up with a food truck. He's like, this is all I could find. And then the cops show up, and they get back there, and he's like, you guys are acting foolish and everything. Oh, and his watch doesn't work. That's why they're mad. He's like, I'm going to get a new watch. Okay. So then, while they're sitting here she's talking about clearing their name. What's his face comes up, and he's like, hey guys, notice the Court of Owls watches, they all change times. And while they're doing it, all the time, the watches change, like all at the same all at the same time, all those things move. And that's just a signaling that they're gonna have a party. Yay, party time. And then we go past this, and then we go to Cressida, and she's in a witness protection safe house, which is not very safe because she ends up getting captured by the Talon. You can't hide anybody in Gotham from the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls always knows. They're always watching. So he goes back. I like this building right here. It's pretty cool. And so she's all, got her hubby, and she's like, you need to take it safe and stuff. And he's like, well, you get me another pillow. While she's getting a pillow, he finds on the thing a Harvey Dent handcuff. What are those called? The cufflinks. Sorry, I have something in my eye. Some cufflinks. And he's all like, oh, now I'm pissed. She's like, hey, honey, what's up? And he's like, oh, nothing. Everything's perfect. And she's like, ah, crap, he knows. So then, while they're sitting here, he remembers that Victor Zsasz was all like, not Victor Zsasz. What's his face? The guy that killed Bruce Wayne's parents is all like, the Court of Owls the Court of Owls is the Court of Owl watches or some crap like that. And he's like, oh, he was trying to tell me something. So then they all change and they got a party going on, and they figure out where the party is, and it's at this old like gas factory or something, or coal factory. So while they're sitting here, she gets a call from the pharmacist, and her mom is using her name to get some pills. She's like, I gotta go. So then this guy makes a tape of himself. You know, he's like, I was attacked, but Harvey Dent sucks. So then he's all like, I can't remember what he says. It doesn't really matter. So then these guys are all chilling out and everything, and they decide they're going to go to the Court of Owls party. And to do that, they need some nice attire, and they need the masks. And this guy's all like, I can print out some 3D masks if this school has a 3D printer or whatnot. And he's like, but I can only do 2. This is ridiculous. We should not be going in here. You guys are going into the belly of the beast. He's probably the worst actor on the show, in my opinion. The girl that plays the sister is terrible also. But he is probably the worst. Like, he just sucks. He's like not good at it. And I'm like, it makes me go, they were just checking boxes. This actor is transgender and everything. And I'm all like, listen, if you want to hire a transgender actor, that's fine. But can you please hire somebody with some talent, please? And don't get on to me, because I don't think that about how I'm transphobic. I don't think the kid that plays Turner Hayes is a good actor too. And he's white. I don't think he's gay, because that would not help my case. Anyway, so she's like, I think he knows. He's like, you gotta get the hell out of there. So they get ready, and she's like, oh, the theater crew, they don't skimp out on the clothes. I'm like, yeah, they do. That looks terrible. I mean, like, that looks like from David's Bridal and shit. Anyway, so he's thinking she's like hot stuff and everything. Long story short, so they get the masks, and they're going to the party. So he goes to get Cressida, and Cressida has been kidnapped. And there's this thing here that plays, and it plays some music that he was hearing before. And he goes into his little Two-Face trance. So then they're here, they're doing all the setup to get the stuff. He prints out there, they're like, oh, this is really good. She's like, it's terrifying. These masks are not terrifying. But yeah. So then we go over to Blondie's dad, who is he looks terrible. He always looks coked out to me. Anyways, and he's all like, you guys, we filmed it this week, but this won't air till next week, so no spoilers. And I'm like, oh, get the hell out of here. She's like, Dad, can I talk to you? He's like, sorry, that's my daughter. I gotta talk to her. She's like, I've been trying to get a hold of you. Mom's been using my name to get prescription drugs. And he's all like, well, she has an addiction, Blondie. Give her pills. Mommy needs her pills for her pain and everything. He's basically encouraging her substance abuse, which, I mean, like, the show is trying to tackle it, but they're doing it in a terrible way, because I don't feel sorry for this family. So these two show up at the party, and people are going in, and they're like, they're trying to knock on the door, like, knock, 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 let us in, and they're like, password is Jumanji and everything. But really, they've got to use and I'm sorry, if I was this couple, I would have already been like, red flag, they don't know how to get in. They're bad guys. But they use the watch to get in. That's like the key. So they pop open the thing, and they go inside, and the party is full blown with candles and everything. So they're in here. They're just checking stuff out, and then there's swords, and there's this little girl right here who's creepy. Not because the masks aren't scary. These masks suck. I'm sorry. Like, if you like them, by all means, have at it whatever you want on this show. It can be a buffet for your eyes and everything. For me, I'm just like, it hurts my eyes. Anyways, so then the leader comes out, and he unveils that they found the map to like a tranium or some crap like that. I don't remember what it's called. It's the stuff they use. It's in the comic books, but it's the stuff they use to bring the Talons back to life and give them rejuvenation stuff. And I'm assuming they're going to use it on themselves. I'm not quite sure what they're doing here. In the comic book, they only use it on the Talons, because it brings them, they're able to come back to life pretty much. Because they can sustain injury, but they're still fine. And yeah. So then she goes home to her mom, and her mom's all like, "You dirty hooker, you didn't bring me my pills. Mommy needs her pills. I need my pills. I'm so excited. I'm so scared." If you get that reference, you're awesome. If you don't, well, you could be cool. Be a lot cooler if you did. So she grabs the pills and she runs to the bathroom and she dumps them. And she's all like, "You bitch. You stupid bitch. Oh, God." And then she terrorizes the house. So while they're sitting here, they're just, looking up something. I don't remember what they do here. Who cares? And so, it's how boring this is. I mean, I kind of like the Court of Owls stuff, but they just do it on the cheap. Like, I'm all like, if you're going to do the Court of Owls, like, that's the thing. You can't do the richest people in Gotham and do shit on the cheap with this show. Like, I'm sorry, you can't. And this just looks cheap to me. It looks cheap and small. And I'm just like, that's not, as somebody that read those comic books, there was the Court of Owls, the Night of Owls, and then there was a third one. I can't remember. That was the main ones. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, okay. So then she's all like, "Oh, you got to look like you're sick." So she punches him in the gut, and she's like, "My husband's not feeling well." So then she takes him back down here, and he's like, "I can't believe that works." So then they get the map. Or they're gonna get the map, but these guys show up and like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be down here." So they fight them, take them down with ease, by the way, like so easy. These two like are nothing compared to them. And she's like, "We're gonna get this map, we're gonna get out of here." So they roll it up, and then he's like, "We're gonna walk right out the front door." So they get out here, and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a traitor amongst us." And they all look at them, but they're not looking at them. So they turn, and there's Cressida with the talent. And they throw on the guy. He's like, "We brought you from poverty, gave you everything you could ever want, and you betray us." She's like, "Yes, you did give me everything I ever wanted, and I lied and killed and murdered and cheat and steal, but I will never go hungry again." Crap like that. He's like, "Execution time, Talon, kill her." Oh, because the little girls are like, "Kill her," and then they're all like, "Kill her." And they say it 3 times like a chant. It's so stupid. So he's gonna help Cressida. So while right before she's about to get got, he cuts off the Talon's head. Then everybody's all like, "Run!" and everything. So then he helps her out. Oh, she ends up fighting some dudes. And by the way, and in comes Carrie Kelly, and they beat them again with ease because you can't have any of these people get punched and taken down a notch. She's like, "Why would you help me?" And he's I don't remember what he says, but then yeah, I don't remember. So then he's like, tell me everything you can. And she's like, "I don't know what they're doing, but it's gonna be bad. It's gonna, they're gonna rule Gotham for the next 50,000 years or some crap like that." And she's like, "I don't know who they are, but I can give you one name." And right before she does, she gets in the gut, in the face. And then he's sitting here. By the way, this whole time, I knew who he was. Once I saw the beard. So then he gets got, or she gets got, and then he's all like, "Don't kill him. I have plans for him." And they all hear this because it's on his little thingy or whatnot. And then her house is all tore up, and he's all like, "You took her pills away from her. You know how much she needs those pills." And she's like, "Look what you did to this house." And he's like, "You made her do that." He looks creepy here with his long, like, magician hair. Anyways, so then he like walks away and everything. And so then they're like, "We have to go back and get him." And they're like, "We will live to fight another day. We'll get him back. Don't worry. But we gotta go." It's so, excuse me. I don't remember what he says here, but he's all like, "Take him away, take him to the meeting." And then he takes off his mask, and it's the one dude. Sorry, I didn't get a good shot there. I'm blocking him, but it's the one guy. So then we go back up through here, and up wakes up Harvey Dent, and he's got an owl mask on, and it's covered in blood. And I can't tell if this is the same place that they were at. It does not look like it. But then he wakes up, and his mask is covered with blood, his hands are covered with blood, and then that's the end of the episode. And like I said before, nothing special. This was a 20-minute episode wrapped into 40 minutes. Maybe you could, I mean, like, listen, it's just not that great. It's not that great of a show. The writing is very mediocre at best. Like I said, this is probably maybe the best episode. And it was like very much like, eh. I'm like when while I was watching it, I was just like, I could do without this nonsense. Oh, I didn't wear my mask. Oh, bummer. Next week. But yeah, I mean, you guys, like, listen, if you love this show, have at it. I'm not even denying you access to it. I'm just covering it because at this point it's so bad it's good. Like it's not Batwoman bad. Batwoman was just terrible. Like I laughed at that show so hardcore. This one, there are some things that I can go, that's pretty decent. Like the girl that plays Duella, I was like, if she wasn't on this show, I actually think I would like her as an actress. But she's on this crappy show, so I can't get behind her. I'm all like, she makes bad life decisions. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about this episode, but yeah, I'm gonna keep watching it because well, A, I need content, and B, it's a comic book show, and I don't cover all comic book shows, but I try and cover all the DC ones because I love DC. But in saying that, I'm going to wrap this sucker up because I don't have anything else of value to add to this. Oh, that's my dog. All right, you guys tell me what you guys thought. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. I will see you guys next week on my Gotham Knights breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. Bye.